So you can see that our pond is now filled to its appropriate level, just below the bottom of the stone, allowing water to still get into the skimmer, and more importantly, allowing me to see where I can and cannot cut away liner to do my edging. If you look at this area here, we're pretty close. This would have been an easy area to mess up. If I went ahead and started folding this liner down to finish off this edge, you can see how that would start leaking, coming right out over that area there. So I want to make sure that this liner actually stays up nice and high like this. An easy way to do edging, in fact, the way we used to do edging way back when, was to just come in here with a bucket of gravel and just start pouring it over the top of the liner. And it worked. The problem is aesthetically, it just wasn't very pleasing. You got kind of this necklace look again. And instead of it being created out of boulders, it was a ring of gravel all the way around the perimeter of the pond, which just looks ridiculous. So what we want to do is use a couple different techniques. Some areas I'm going to come in here, add a couple more little cobbles, create kind of this landslide look. Other areas, I'm actually going to take the liner here, fold it right up to the back side of the rock, and bring soil in as close as I possibly can. When you get to areas like this, where you know you can't get soil in anymore, just find a big piece of gravel, a small little stone, and kind of fill these areas in like so. That'll keep that liner from wanting to push down and get down lower and lower and lower over time. I'm good there. I can add a little bit more soil around this. And the reason I want to bring soil up close in a couple spots rather than gravel is because a plant sitting right here is going to look 1,000 times better as it grows and matures and actually camouflages and softens a lot of these rocks. If I brought gravel and rock out over the top of the liner, next closest spot for my plant is way out here, which wouldn't grow over the edge. So I want to bring some of those plants right in close. Some of my favorite looking edges are the ones where I can't tell exactly where the water ends and where the land begins, because the plants actually eat or engulf these rocks completely, totally hiding this whole area. So I'm going to go around just using a couple different techniques. As I'm finished, I'll come back and kind of go over that again with you. All right, so again, we've got some excess liner over in here. I don't want to trim too close to the waterfall until that gets running, but in this area, I'm comfortable right now knowing that water from there is never going to come all the way down into here. So I'm going to trim some of this liner away, making it a little easier to do my edge. The way we're going to do the edge over on this side is a little different than the way we did the edge on that side. Over there where I have smaller rocks, it's really easy to just kind of add small rocks and some gravel. This area where I've got some big flat rocks to work off of, we're going to take this liner, just fold it up like this. Colleen, I'll have you fold that side like that. And then we just take our soil and push it right up next to it. These little areas right in here where I can't get this tight enough, there's two options. I can fill this with gravel, or I could take my foam gun, actually seal this with the foam here and here, and then eventually bring that soil right up over the top of this. That foam acts as a barrier. It'll stop that soil from leaching down into the rest of the pond. And again, the reason I want to bring soil right up close to this side is because on this side, we definitely want to get some plants closer to the edge over in here. Notice too, I'm leaving a good 4 to 5 inches of extra liner, so if I ever need to come back later, I can pull this stuff back up and get this high.